You are now listening to Wolf Sports Network, live from the University of West Georgia in Carrollton, now in Odyssey Station.
Live from Carrollton, Georgia, this is Sports Pack.
West Georgia's go-to show for all things sports.
From the best interviews in college radio.
Hey, this is Coach Joel Taylor, head football coach here at the University of West Georgia.
Hey everybody, this is Jeff Bacon, Atlantic Sun Conference Commissioner.
To the hottest takes around.
I wholeheartedly believe that behind Sean Payton and a second-year Bo Nix, the Denver Broncos can dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs and be the AFC West champions.
I mean, plain and simple, the worst decision Kalen DeBoer has ever made is taking the head coaching position at Alabama.
We've got all you need and more right here on Sports Pack.
The Wolves play here.
What is up, everybody? And welcome to our final Thursday edition of Sports Pack for this semester. I'm your host, Richard Reed, joined by Keyshawn Ward, Jackson Schrader.
What's good?
Brandon Dyer behind the glass. And John Howley killing it on the board one last time as a member of Wolf Sports Network.
We're going to miss him, man.
No, I appreciate that.
That's right, y'all. You read the title correctly. We're saying sayonara to our guy, John Howley, because today is his last day as a member of Wolf Sports Network. But, John, we're not going to make this about you just yet.
I appreciate it.
Because we have a whole lot to get into before that. Schrader, it's Conference Championship week.
Yeah.
We have a massive NFL slate as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some big-time NBA games to talk about. And as always, West Georgia sports to kick us all off. But before we jump into that, Schrader, the floor is yours.
For the last time this semester, it's time to remind you guys that Wolf Radio and Wolf Sports Network are proud to help reduce the 21% of adults with low literacy skills. We are collecting new and gently used books for every UWG pre-K student monthly. Give today by visiting thewolfuwg.com/book drive. Richard, that's thewolfuwg.com/book drive.
That clutch factor right there. That clutch factor.
That's the way. That's the way to end the semester. That right there. Now, John, how about them Wolves?
Is Widener rolls to the right. He's got some time. Everybody's down at the end zone. He heaves it, and it is caught for a touchdown.
We are one. Go Wolves.
Schrader, because of that right there, I'll handle the rest of the ads for today's episode.
Greatest
You
performance
did it.
I've ever put
You
on.
deserve that first down silly that you just hit. I don't know if the folks saw it, but trust me, brother, I saw it. Now look, we have a big weekend in the world of UWG basketball, starting
Huge.
off with our men's team. We're going to be in town right here in the City of Dreams, Carrollton, Georgia, this Saturday at 2 p.m., taking on Tennessee Tech University. Our men's team is coming off a massive 93-89 win on the road in Troy, Alabama versus the Troy Trojans in a double overtime thriller against a Troy Trojans team that were favored by 16.5 points against our West Georgia
was
Wolves.
Vegas on?
But, John, we got it done, man.
Oh, my goodness. We got it done in double OT. And it felt great. We were watching it, and actually, I mean, we're playing – at half, it was a 1-point difference. And I mean, Troy wasn't looking too bad. And you wouldn't expect this game to go to double OT, but we fought really hard. And just from what you saw from the team there, I mean, you saw Chaz Lewis drop 26, and just the team play a really deep game. And honestly, I know last year we got absolutely clowned on by Troy, so we got our get back this year and gave them a little bit of a heartbreaker, and that just makes you feel good to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last year Troy walked into the Coliseum and they beat the crap out of us. This year we go to Troy, we beat them in double overtime, break their hearts, but I think this is just a testament. I'm pretty sure that Dave Moore is listening to what we're saying because everything we've said that they needed to fix to be a little better, they've done. Transition defense is really no longer a problem. This team is playing on all phases of the game. They're doing it well. I mean, this team looks good. They look really good.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody's playing all on one accord. The bench is finally becoming a factor. They outscored Troy's bench by, I believe, 30 points. So, Yeah, that
That's
bench,
great.
Yeah, you
Can't
need
count
those
that
down
high.
the
That's a
season.
lot.
Yeah, you need those as the season progresses. You need players that you can rely on off the bench to come in and plug and play without any distractions. So I mean, I love the direction that our men's team is going right now. I mean, we keep it up right here, stay above 500. We can make a push.
And I'll be honest here. This game was incredible. 93-89 double OT victory. You just mentioned the fact that our bench outscored Troy's bench by over 30 points. And that's with our sixth man of the year, Josh Smith, shooting 5 for 20 from the field. He is a part of our big three. He's OKC's James Harden for us. He is an elite scorer, and he shot 5 for 20.
That's ball knowledge right there.
I appreciate it, brother. That's why I'm here. But with Josh having a more efficient game, we would have packed the Troy Trojans up in regulation. So we did this, had this impressive of a game with one of our best scorers off the bench doing little to nothing. He still had 12 points, but it was 5 for 20, 1 for 8 from 3. He had probably the worst game of his tenure at West Georgia here this season. So with Josh Smith performing like that, and we still were able to overcome the Troy Trojans, I'm extremely confident going into Saturday's matchup against Tennessee Tech. A Tennessee Tech team that, Schrader, you mentioned earlier, we had a really close defensive game against in our fifth game of the season on November 17th a few weeks back.
Oh, yeah. That means I got to talk.
Yeah.
This is an interesting game to me because I didn't realize that, we were going to play a non-conference opponent. We're going to do a home-and-home in the same season. It's kind of weird, but, yeah, Tennessee Tech is a great, very comparable ball team, but they play really good defensive ball, right? We went to Tennessee Tech, and we won 61-59. That's really low scoring for the pace that our Wolves have been playing throughout the season. So this game on Saturday is going to be really interesting. I'm expecting the Coliseum to have a little bit of life because we're coming off one of the biggest wins in program history. That's what you have to notice about this Troy game. Troy is a established program and as established athletic department. We're coming back home after beating them on their own turf. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be another really close defensive game, but the Wolves are definitely going to get it done.
I think you're right 100%. This is going to be a big-time game for our Wolves. In the game earlier this season, our big three really came up huge. 19 points from Sheldon Williams-Dryden, 19 points from Chaz Lewis, and then 15 points from Josh Smith, who I was just talking about at nauseum a few minutes ago. But moving into this game, I'm with you 100%, Schrader. I really think our guys get it done. They've really improved a lot defensively, and the offense has continued to excel. Javar Daniel has been great off the bench as our backup center. Him and Kenneth Chime have been leading a daily block party every single time they take the court, and I am extremely excited to see Saturday's game at 2 p.m. right here in the Coliseum in the City of Dreams, Carrollton, Georgia. Now, our women's team has also been on a roll, coming off of a dominant 20-point victory versus UNC Wilmington this past Wednesday. It was an 11 a.m. game, but Schrader, I saw you in there. The Coliseum was rocking.
Dude, I was able to get out of class early to be able to watch that game. And when you say the Coliseum was rocking, Richard, we have been to I don't know how many events in the Coliseum as the student section. And it turns out all you got to do to get this place going is bring in 1,000 elementary schoolers from Carroll County, and they get it going. It was loud. It was fun. I mean, that crowd was engaged the entire time. But I do have a little beef with our women's team, right?
What?
You bring in that many kids. There's one score. There's one thing you have to do.
goodness. One
And we would
magic
have
number.
started, an earthquake. We would have started an earthquake if they hit it. But instead of drawing a foul, we got 68.
I was waiting.
You had 1,000 elementary schoolers. You could have broken every noise record that Coliseum's had.
Oh, yeah.
There was more than that. There was 2,267 people there.
And over 1,500 of them were elementary schoolers. It was a beautiful sight. It was incredible. It
was fun.
Some would say a Pope's dream, but it was an incredible game. Wow. And our girls dominated with a 20-point, 83-63 victory over UNC Wilmington. And now our girls will be in action again this Sunday in Orangeburg, South Carolina, where they will be taking on the South Carolina State Bulldogs. Keyshawn, what do our girls need to do to secure another victory on Sunday?
Man, Asia Donald, she has to continue playing the way she's been playing, man. Get off to a fast start. I mean, she's been performing all season. She's been stepping up very well. Cindy Tober has been doing the same as well. Grace O'Gare's starting to find her groove a little bit. She's been, her score has been a little bit down, but, I mean, her ability to, involve herself in the game outside of just putting the ball in the rim has really been stepping up for the West Georgia Wolves. So, I mean, going into this game, I really see them just coming together, playing as one, and coming out with the W.
Dude, at Wednesday's game, their big three really stepped up.
Yeah.
We had 23 points from Asia Donald. Sydney Tolbert tacked on 20 points. And then Jasmine Jones, our sharpshooter, had 17 points
Three ball
as
looked
well.
good
Dude,
on
three
Wednesday.
ball looked good for the entire team. They shot 59% from three as a team. It was a complete performance from our girls. And I'm expecting another really good performance just like this one on Sunday. Maybe they don't score 83 points. I think it's our highest point total of the season thus far. But still, the way this team is playing, continuing to rally, currently sitting at 4-2 after Wednesday's very impressive win, I'm extremely excited going into the rest of the season.
And all I got to say, Coliseum has yet to have a defeat. The Coliseum's undefeated this year.
You're right.
It's been a while.
Both teams are undefeated.
Don't remember volleyball. That didn't happen. But
Oh, no,
basketball teams, we haven't lost to the Coliseum yet.
What
It's
is
looking
a
good.
volleyball?
Huh?
What is a volleyball?
I don't know. Bump set something. Who knows?
In a recent survey, almost 53% of full-time college students ages 18 to 22 drank alcohol in the past month. That is why Wolf Sports Network and Wolf Radio's Drink Responsibly campaign is here to remind you that there is no drinking under the age of 21, to never drink and drive, even if it's only one beer, and to add food and water when you drink so you don't end up texting your ex, which means know your limits.
Ooh.
Being a broke college student is hard.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
And that's exactly why finding deals on meals is a huge win.
Darn tootin'.
If you look up at UWG_Dine_West on Instagram, you will find daily deals and specials for the dining halls, Chick-fil-A, and Starbucks right here on UWG's campus.
Man, those
That
dining
is-
hall cookies.
Man, them dining hall cookies are elite, especially those oatmeal raisin cookies they bring out every now and
Yeah,
again.
this guy knows ball right
Yeah,
here.
dude,
Oatmeal
This guy knows
raisin's
ball.
the most underrated cookie.
Dude, a good
It
oatmeal.
gets way too much hate.
Thank you. A good oatmeal raisin cookie
outta
is
here.
better than just about anything. What you
It's
got?
3-1 odds
What
there,
you gotta say?
Keyshawn.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Like, what are we
I don't
doing
know,
right
bro.
now? What are we
I
doing?
don't know, bro.
That is at UWG_Dine_West on Instagram for all the meal deals and updates your heart desires.
Oh, we're on one, Richard.
Now, stay tuned. Because when we return, we will be picking every single conference championship game for the college football slate this weekend. You don't want to miss it. This is Sports Pack on Wolf Sports Network. Stay locked. You're listening to Sports Pack right here on Wolf Sports Network. The Wolves play here.
If you are anything like me, then you wait until the absolute last minute to go and do all your Christmas shopping. But if you have that same problem, Wolf Sports Network has you covered. A wide variety of clothing for men and women presented by Ozier Apparel. Men and women's polos, shirts, hats, beanies, joggers. And we even have a baseball jersey for that baseball fan in your life. Visit our merch store online at wolfsportsnetwork.com and click About. Don't be stuck giving out a lame gift this holiday season. Give your loved ones the best gift of all. Wolf Sports Network merch only at wolfsportsnetwork.com.
WSN, Wolf Sports Network, will have you covered this West Georgia basketball season with Inside the Coliseum, our 30-minute pregame show that will start 1 hour before select home games.
But we saw his ability to make those tough shots. He is a shooter, and he was second in scoring behind Shelton Williams-Dryden.
I think we just need to get everybody the ball as much as possible. I think we need to throw the rock around.
Join us as we cover both the men's and women's basketball seasons from inside the Coliseum.
Us here at Wolf Sports Network are proud to bring you the best in live shows,
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Out of Pocket.
play-by-play,
And that's been alley oop here, dunking on them like they're tendies and some barbecue sauce. Oh my!
and the biggest hits in music 24 hours, 7 days a week, only on WSN Wolf Sports Network.
Hey, do you want to be a part of Wolf Sports Network? Yeah! Well, I have some good news for you because you can join us. So if you want to learn more about this, go to wolfsportsnetwork.com and click WIT Sports Program. With becoming a WIT, you expand your knowledge in the sports radio world and join our ever-growing family.
New face over there, you're not tripping. We got my guy JT over here shadowing the board. He's running through a WIT program right now. Brandon, how you feeling, baby? Welcome to Sports
I'm feeling
Pack.
great being on here for the first time.
And we can't wait to meet you once you join us.
Baby, it's college football time. Give me my theme music. Man. We have an absolutely loaded conference championship slate coming up this Saturday in the world of FBS college football. There's no need to keep warming it up. Let's jump straight into it, starting off with the Sun Belt Conference Championship between the Troy Trojans, who we just talked about a little bit in the last segment, as we've been whooping on the basketball team all week. Currently sitting at 8-4, going on the road to take on the 11-1, 25th ranked James Madison Dukes. Keyshawn, this game right here could possibly have playoff implications for the Dukes. Who you got in this one? Does James Madison improve to 12-1, or the Troy Trojans pull off the possible upset of the weekend?
I got James Madison going 12-1, man. They've honestly been in the conversation for a while now. I'm actually glad that they're finally getting their rankings and they're trying to, assert their bid into the 12 playoff bracket. But I mean, honestly, everything's been cooking over there for JMU right now. They just hired Billy Napier as their next head coach. So I mean, things are really looking great for the program. They've been consistent. They're a one-loss team. So, I mean, they really have everything to lose. I don't really see why they wouldn't lay it all out on the line against Troy. I mean, Troy's a kind of mediocre team. They don't really have much to play for, win or loss. It's not really a playoff matchup for them.
It's called playing for pride, man.
They are playing for pride.
They're gonna try to ruin JMU.
You got a little bit more to play for, so I'm gonna go with them. They got a little bit more to play for.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I really like this James Madison team, and I think that they've flown under the radar simply because of how good the American Conference has been with North Texas, Navy, Memphis, Tulane. All those guys have been great. They've been USF too. Like they've shown that the AAC is the best G5 conference. However, James Madison, sitting at 11-1, has beaten the crap out of everybody they've played, and their only loss was a 14-point loss to Louisville early in the season, which was the best Louisville had looked all year. And so I think James Madison, it's going to be 28 degrees in Harrisonburg, Virginia. It don't get to 28 degrees over in Troy that often. I think James Madison's they're going to have the weather on their side. They're going to be ready to play. That place is going to be rocking. If you want a great Group 5 environment, just go over to Harrisonburg, look at it. I think James Madison takes it, and I do not think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the stats here. James Madison's offense, 451 yards per game, which is 21st in the FBS, but you also have their defense only allowing 253 yards. That's fifth. That's five. Yeah. That's the fifth place in the FBS. And Troy, I mean, their defense allows so much, and with their 1,000-yard running back for James Madison, they're going to be looking to run the ball because obviously at this point that's going to be a flaw to Troy. But Troy's probably also got that chip on the shoulder. Let's go ruin their season. That's where you're talking about that pride. True. Let's go have fun and ruin the season because then we get that conference championship. We get to be the top dog of the Sun Belt, and
the dream scenario. Yeah, too. Don't forget about it.
You just get that sense of pride. But it's kind of the obvious for me is to pick James Madison. Go Dukes. Let's see if that 450 yards maybe eclipses 500.
I'll make it quick. I'm going James Madison as well. I think they're the best team in the Sun Belt. They've improved every single week. Early in the season, like you said, Schrader, that's the best Louisville has looked. That's honestly probably the worst James Madison has looked. They had another ugly close game on the road in Atlanta versus Georgia State where they won 14-7. But since then, no game has been in doubt. The Washington State game was close a few weeks ago. Then they backed that up by beating Coastal Carolina 59-10. This is a really good James Madison team, and they're looking to make a statement this weekend at home against Troy. Now, let's keep moving fast. We've got a whole lot of games to get into. Bounce over to the very talented American Conference that you just mentioned earlier, Schrader, where you have the 24th ranked team in the nation, the 11-1 North Texas Mean Green, going on the road to Tulane, New Orleans, Louisiana, to take on the 10-2, 20th ranked Tulane Green Wave. Schrader, I'm kicking it right to you. What do you think about this one?
This right here, this college football game being on a Friday night. So this one's a lot tougher than the first one, right? James Madison, they're going to run the Sun Belt. North Texas, Tulane. I'm going to go Tulane here for two reasons. One, last time we saw North Texas play on a Friday night when the stage was all theirs, it was a really hyped up matchup. They played USF at home. They canceled classes, and they played them really well in the first half and then played one of the worst second halves of football I've ever seen in my life, giving up like 42 points in the second half. And this Tulane team, right, they still got Summerall on the sideline. He's here for the rest of this season, and he's gotten the president of the university to cancel classes. And Summerall said because he wants the Tulane students to drink a little bit, get rowdy, walk into Yulman Stadium, and make it a madhouse. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. New Orleans will be absolutely insane. I think Tulane is going to punch their ticket to the college football playoff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I mean, it's a tough one. I can't really decide. It's really a toss up for me. It really could go either way, but I lean towards Tulane a little bit more, just because they've played a little bit more competition. So they kind of their strength of schedule is a little bit higher than North Texas. So they kind of have that that big game experience ahead of them. So them playing opponents like Duke, like Ole Miss, really helps them prepare for games like this. So when they go against smaller teams in conference championships, they could succeed. So I'm gonna lean with Tulane with this one.
See, the thing is here is you have the best offense in the FBS by 510 yards per game. I'm not trying to go stat heavy here, but you mentioned what happened the last time when the Mean Green had the stage for them, but they know this time. They understand the circumstances. Mestamaker is a dog. That dude can sling the ball in that sort of air raid offense. They got 1,000-yard receivers. They got 1,000-yard running backs. I mean, I think my heart says the Mean Green here. I think they can get it done. Is it going to be easy? No. Their defense is going to have to play really well because Tulane's quarterback, Retzlaff, is really good with his legs. He's got 10 touchdowns for rushing, and so I really want to see how well the Mean Green's defense does against Tulane.
I'm going with North Texas as well. I think this North Texas offensive attack is elite. They had a big slip-up early in the season against USF, but Drew Mestamaker is one of the best young quarterbacks in all of college football. A lot of people are expecting him to enter the transfer portal and be a big-time name for one of these larger Power 4 programs to pick up. But right now, he's still suiting up for the Mean Green, where he's already thrown for over 3,800 yards and 29 touchdowns. Then his freshman alongside him in the backfield, Caleb Hawkins, has over 1,200 rushing yards and 23 total touchdowns on the season.
Wow.
This offensive attack for North Texas is elite. I understand John Summerall is still on the sideline for Tulane. I know the student section is going to be loud, drunk, they're drinking responsibly, but still very
Listen
rowdy.
to our campaign.
But I don't think it's going to be enough to limit this dynamic North Texas offense. It is going to be a game in Baton Rouge. But I think the North Texas Mean Green get it done. In New Orleans. Louisiana is Louisiana. You're lucky that I'm even naming cities because I hate Louisiana. I'm being honest. I'm a Falcons fan. I absolutely hate everything about Louisiana. I have since all them people made their way up here during Hurricane Katrina. I don't like Louisiana. I don't like Louisiana at all. You see, you know what? Let me go ahead and move on. I got North Texas winning this game.
Subject, bringing up Katrina, bud.
I was gonna go on a crazy rant right there, but I'm on air.
Get safe.
I got I got North Texas. Let's move on to the Big 12, where one of my favorite programs, the 11th ranked, 11-1 BYU Mormon Cougars.
He loves them.
Are going to take on the 4th ranked team in the nation, the 11-1 Texas Tech Red Raiders. The same Red Raiders team that gave BYU their only loss to a season in their season with a dominant 29-7 win against the Mormon Cougars. John, I want to start with you on this one. Do you think BYU has enough in the tank to get their revenge game in against the Texas Tech Red Raiders team, or do they get their second loss of the season and possibly drop out of the playoffs?
I think they absolutely got the revenge in the tank because they're looking at this game. This is our rematch. This is supposed to make the college football playoffs. You just locked down your coach who wants to stay there. You have a heck of a quarterback in Bo Bachmeier, number 47, 265 pure pounds of muscle.
Mormon muscle.
Mormon.
Don't forget, Mormon muscle.
The Cougars are feeding him, huh?
The Mormon Cougars will treat you well out there, boy, especially if you ball on that field.
Yeah, but it really comes down to just the absolute ambition because if you think about it, when they played Texas Tech last time, it was in their stadium. They had the absolute atmosphere. They kind of got embarrassed a little bit, so they're really having that chip on their shoulder. They really want to beat Texas Tech, and I think they got it in them this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I mean, I got BYU going with this one. Bear Bachmeier's been playing out of his mind recently. I mean, their running back Lester Martin has been he's up to 1,200 yards so far this season. I mean, I know the first game they played, it looked a little shaky for him, but I mean, I think he comes in this game and get his bounce back. I mean, they had to stop that rushing attack. Last game they let Texas Tech run for 200 rushing yards. So they can't going into this game. They cannot. That defense has to stiffen up. They cannot allow that to happen again. And I think they're going to get it done.
Well, I'm going Texas Tech here.
Amen.
And I'm going Texas Tech for a couple of reasons. One, because they got the People's Heisman, J-Rod. defense. I mean, we haven't seen a guy like this on defense since Manti Te'o over there. But and this guy, this guy's life is real.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Jeremy Smith's crazy in the comments.
Shout out Jacob Rodriguez.
Yeah, Jacob Rodriguez. He's an outstanding ball player. But also, this Texas Tech team, since their 4-point loss at Arizona State, they've won 42-0, 43-20, 29-7, 48-9, and 49-0. That is pure domination. They've only allowed 36 points since that loss. I think that Texas Tech is going to, yet again, punch their ticket to the college football playoff, push BYU out. I think BYU's real year is probably next year.
I agree.
The roster's going to be older. Bear's not going to be a freshman. But this window for Texas Tech is here, and that's not only a window. They're going to establish themselves as one of the best programs in college football as of now. I think the Red Raiders get it done.
I think you're 100% correct, Schrader. Joey McGuire, the head coach over there at Texas Tech. If you don't know his name, get very familiar with it. They're going to make another big statement win. They're going to get another big statement win this Saturday against BYU in that 12 o'clock window, improve to 12-1, and make it set in stone that they will be one of the teams getting the first round bye in this college football playoff. They are an incredible team led by an outstanding run game and a quarterback in Brad Morton that can get it done when you need it. Joey McGuire and the guys know what they have down there, and they are not trying to waste this big-time title window that they have. This is a very dominant team, and I think they get it done very comfortably again against this BYU Cougars team that, like you said, Schrader, might just be 1 year ahead from really punching their ticket to this 12-team college football playoff. Now, for the SEC championship, we have a rematch from a Week 4 matchup earlier this year with the third-ranked 11-1 Georgia Bulldogs facing the 9th-ranked 10-2 Alabama Crimson Tide. It was a toss-up whether Alabama was going to make the SEC championship game or not. They played a lot of very close games throughout the entirety of the season, and people like myself doubted if they were going to make it through this SEC slate without dropping another one. They dropped a game to Oklahoma a couple weeks ago, but they still did just enough to make it to the SEC title game. Georgia was out of the race entirely until Texas got a big-time win last weekend against the Texas A&M Aggies to open the door for the Georgia Bulldogs to jump in and punch their ticket to Atlanta. So, Schrader, when looking at this matchup, rematch, Alabama gave Georgia their only loss of the season earlier this year. Do you think the Dogs get their revenge, or does the Tide continue to roll on? See how I stuttered trying to say that? I can't even say roll Tide. But do they continue to roll on?
You know, this is a tough one because this is Georgia and Bama in the SEC championship. Generally, this goes one way. But I'm going to go Georgia here for the first time in what might be my entire WSN career.
I'm about to say.
Because I think that Kirby and his guys want it more than Bama does. I just think that this is what Kirby's made for. He goes into this spotlight. He's ready to play Bama. He doesn't beat Bama often, but they already lost to Bama this year. And they lost to Bama at home. They want their revenge, and they want to beat them in Atlanta. I think Georgia gets it done in a really close one here, beats Alabama, and causes just a little bit more chaos for the playoff committee.
Yeah, I'm agree. I'm going with Georgia here. One, because I am a Georgia boy, but not because of that, but mainly the offensive play for Alabama has been looking a little shaky the past couple of weeks. The passing game has just not been there. Ty Simpson has, thrown for low end 100 yards per game. Ryan Williams can't seem to really get himself going, and so you kind of really.
Williams is 18.
Not is he? He is 18.
He's 18.
He's finally 18. He's finally
legal.
18 now.
Oh yeah.
Thrashed.
He's
Y'all
playing.
weren't supposed to stop after
He's
that.
playing like he's 18, so he hasn't really been showing up. I mean, they don't really have that dynamic factor. It was supposed to be Jeremy Bernard, but I mean, he's kind of mediocre right now. So I mean, if they could find a way to get that passing attack rolling, I could see him maybe making it a close game. Well, it will be a close game, but I can see them edging them out. But I don't really see it happening. I think that Georgia defense is too strong. Gunnar Stockton, he's really been mobile, using his legs to his advantage. So I'm going to lean towards Georgia with this one.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious here for me is Georgia, as I am a Georgia boy. But the main thing I'm kind of looking for is obviously the defense throughout the year has gotten a lot better. Ellis Robinson really done things on Robinson Island over there, and
yeah.
just the defense has really picked it up. But the one thing I want to see, because I saw it with Auburn, is the amount of pressure Auburn got on Ty Simpson. You get so much pressure on Ty Simpson, he starts to get in his head a little bit. And the one thing is, if you start hitting him low, you saw what he did against Oklahoma when he was limping a little bit. He can't plant his back foot, so then his ball is going to drop a little bit, and that's the thing. You're going to create opportunities off that. And so, of course, I got the dog.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, but
Good Lord, God.
but
oh man,
I really
Might be time for an ad break.
yeah,
This is wild.
I expect Georgia to step up here and get the job done.
What'd you say, John? If they hit him low, his balls are gonna drop a little bit.
No, the ball that
Oh my goodness.
The Dogs played a very close game against Alabama earlier this season, shutting out the Tide in the second half, but they beat themselves over the course of that game. Georgia rushed for over 200 yards, led by Chauncey Bowens, who had 119 yards off of only 12 carries. But like I said, the Dogs beat themselves, going for it on fourth down where they could have took field goals that would have won them the game. A few other, honestly, coaching mishaps that ended up costing them the game later on. But when you look at this team, like I said, they played Bama very close throughout this entire game, shut them out in the second half. This Georgia team has gotten better and better week in and week out. Had another nail-biter against Ole Miss, but since that point, the defense has been otherworldly. They're looking like another Georgia Bulldogs defense. The offense has been solid. Forget about last week's performance against Georgia Tech. That might have been some kind of look-ahead game. I don't know what was going on with the offense.
I just heard Brandon's laugh.
Yeah, I heard him laugh. I heard him laughing through the glass as well. That was probably Gunnar Stockton's worst game as a starter for Georgia outside of that Bama game. But this Georgia team has been much improved since that Week 4 loss to Alabama, and I think they're going to put that on display this Saturday. I think they're going to win this game, and I think it's going to be a pretty emphatic W for the Dogs. I got Georgia winning this game 34-24. I got them beating the Tide by 10 and making it a very interesting conversation as if, does the committee put a 3-loss Alabama team into the college football playoff?
I don't know if they're allowed to do that. They might cause a riot or two.
Dude, it is going to make for a very
Cities
interesting
will burn.
conversation. But one thing about it, I am pretty certain that the Georgia Bulldogs, what Charles Barkley say, I guarantee that the Georgia Bulldogs are going to get it done in Atlanta and improve to 12-1 on their way to a first-round bye in this year's college football playoff. Now, rounding out the conference championship games, we must talk about the biggest game of the weekend, number 1 versus number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams sitting at 12-0. The Indiana Hoosiers versus the Ohio State Buckeyes. The odds are pretty even right now. ESPN's pretty much giving it a 50-50 chance with a slight lean towards Indiana, believe it or not. Ohio State broke that 4-year curse and finally beat the Michigan Wolverines last weekend. But Ryan Day made it very clear that, yes, you're happy about that, but they are looking forward to this weekend's Big Ten championship game. Keyshawn, I want to start with you. These are two juggernauts this season, currently both sitting at 12-0, the only 12-0 teams in college football right now. Who you got, the Indiana Hoosiers or the Ohio State Buckeyes?
No, it's tough because this Indiana's offense is one of the most explosive offenses in all of college football, averaging just over 44 points a game. And you have an Ohio State defense who's just as good, if not better. They are the best defensive team in all of college football. So, I mean, it's kind of tough. My bias kind of wants to lean towards Ohio State, but honestly, I really see Indiana pulling it off. I do. Fernando Mendoza has been playing at an MVP level. He's getting his guys rallied up. Kirk Cignetti has done a great job this entire season playing so consistently. Ohio State has not really played that much competition outside of Michigan, so I would like to see how they face up against this high explosive Indiana offense. So, I mean, I'm going to lean towards Indiana with this one.
Yet again, a really tough one for me to try to decide, but you look at Ohio State's schedule, yeah, you can say, you know what, it hasn't been a great schedule. It's been a cupcake of a schedule, but it's not too far from Indiana's. I mean, Indiana's had a couple of tough games, but a lot of their conference play has been really easy. Lord knows their non-conference play was a joke. But Ohio State's been in this situation before. They've won this game many a times. But this Indiana team has a chip on their shoulder. They're trying to prove to everybody that they're not last year's Indiana team. Fernando Mendoza is playing like one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the nation, just like Julian Sayin is. I don't think 50-50 is the perfect way to describe this game. I have honestly no idea, but I'm just going to go with who I want to win, and I'm going to say I want the Indiana Hoosiers to win this game. I want Indiana to go into the playoffs as the #1 seed in the nation, and I think that they're going to do it. They play disciplined football, as both of these programs do. Like I don't think I can emphasize enough just how even these guys are.
Oh, yeah.
But I just think Indiana wants it a little more.
This is going to be one of those 27-24 games.
Exactly, because Ohio State, they're looking at a national title because they want to repeat. Indiana wants to make history for their program. I think Indiana wants this game a little more, so I think Indiana's gonna take it.
Titans are clashing. Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth. Ohio State, Indiana. I got Ohio State. But the 50-50 is literally the way to put it. I was sitting here going back and forth. But I think it's going to come down to the defensive play on both sides of the ball. But it's just, you have a very well-rounded defense in Ohio State, and it's going to come down to that last second to where they're going to probably hold it out. But I say they only win this game by 3. There is going to be a nail-biter towards the last second, and I got Ohio State.
I think this is going to feel very similar to the Oregon-Indiana game from earlier this year. It's going to be a defensive battle. Two defenses that have dominated every single one of their opponents all season. Indiana's offense is fantastic. Like you said, Keyshawn, Fernando Mendoza is playing at a Heisman level, but Julian Sayin is playing great. I don't know what I was about to say. Julian Sayin is playing great football as well. You look at those receivers, Carnell Tate, who I think is probably the best wide receiver in this year's draft class.
He's unbelievable.
Jeremiah Smith, who is the future in next year's draft class. Bo Jackson at running back is their leading rusher. True freshman for Ohio State is elite as well. And then you look at the other side of the ball. Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese, who's arguably one of the best defensive players in all of college football. I put him behind Harold Perkins. I'm still high on Harold Perkins, but Arvell Reese is great as well. Caden Curry has 9 sacks. Caleb Downs is also arguably one of the best defensive players in all of college football as well. When you just look at the names on this Ohio State roster, it's hard to pick against them, especially when it's a game, like I was saying, is very 50-50. You could go either way. Flip a coin and make your choice. I'm going with Ohio State. Call it playing it safe. You're right. I am. I'm playing it safe. I'm going with Ohio State. I would love to see Indiana win it, but I got the Buckeyes pulling this one out. Now, that's pretty much every FBS major conference championship. What? Oh, the ACC.
Whoa!
I completely forgot about the ACC championship.
You almost forgot about the dream.
And I forgot about it for good reason, because we have the 7-5 Duke Blue Devils going in and taking on the 17th ranked 10-2 Virginia Cavaliers. It is one of the weirdest things I have seen in college football. And Schrader, I'm going to let you spell it out.
All right, so here's what's going to happen, guys. Here's the dream scenario that I've crafted up in my somewhat normal mind.
Your manifest.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. Virginia's going to go into this game, and they're going, we're playing the Duke Blue Devils. We're going to win the ACC. And they're gonna take their foot off the gas a little bit, and the Duke Blue Devils, led by Manny Diaz, are going to take down the Virginia Cavaliers, and they're going to be the ACC champions. And now you're thinking, ACC champions, what does that mean? That means there's playoff implications, baby. That means we're looking at an 8-5 Duke Blue Devils team on the cusp of the college football playoff. And I didn't predict it to happen. But if James Madison somehow loses to Troy, ladies and gentlemen, the 8-5 Duke Blue Devils will be a college football playoff team.
Unreal.
Isn't
Houston, we
she
got a
beautiful? I'm just
problem.
saying, if we're going to say the ACC is not a serious conference, which I agree with, the ACC is a joke this year.
Absolute
Just imagine
chaos.
how funny it would be for a Manny Diaz 8-5 Duke Blue Devils team to get into the playoffs. If BYU wins or some stuff gets messed up and leaves Miami out, that means Manny Diaz's Duke Blue Devils go to the college football playoffs before Mario Cristobal's Miami Hurricanes. It is just a beautiful thought.
I didn't intentionally forget about the ACC. I genuinely forgot about this game. I don't know how I had the tab pulled up and I just didn't say
The
it.
World Series debacle all
It's
over
just-
again.
It's just
It's not as strong.
It's just weird to me. It's a very weird scenario, and I'm still struggling to understand how Miami is kind of on the outside looking in here. They're also sitting
I
at
agree.
10-2. I don't understand the ACC tiebreaker system. It should be 10-2 Miami versus 10-2 Virginia in the ACC championship.
You would think, right?
How is 7-5 Duke in this game?
Or not a serious conference.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you, but it's amazing.
Make your picks, guys.
I'm just play it safe. I want to play it safe. I don't know, man. Darian Mensah has been playing pretty dominant lately. He's
He has been
really
playing
all
good ball.
season. He's been playing very good ball. So, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna go with Duke. Go against the grain. Go with Duke. I'm gonna ride the perfect scenario. Hopefully it happens. We'll see if it happens, but I'm gonna go with Duke.
Indoors ball.
Look, I had family that went to Virginia. Love you, Libby. So go Virginia.
I'm going with Virginia as well. I like this Cavaliers team. I think they're really good. I think they're a solid team, and they're going to find a way to win this game against Duke, who I think is going to put together a spirited effort. I think Virginia just has a little too much in the tank. I just realized we are way over. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into an ad break. But when we return, we're going to dive into this NFL weekend and get you ready for tonight's Thursday night football matchup. This is Sports Pack on Wolf Sports Network.
You are listening to Sports Pack Mondays and Thursdays from 6 to 7.
Wolf Sports Network is back and will feature 3 live shows this fall.
On Mondays and Thursdays at 6, Sports Pack has you covered with all breaking sports news at the University of West Georgia and the entire sports landscape.
On Wednesdays at 6, Sports Out of Pocket is bringing the energy with zero chill, talking all the hot button issues in professional sports.
And on Friday at noon, we get you ready for your college football weekend with the Playbook.
You won't want to miss out on all the action this semester at Wolf Sports Network.
Sports Out of Pocket has a brand new showtime. Yeah. But what time is it at? I don't know. It's not 5 to 6. Uh-huh. It's not 7 to 8. Uh-huh. It's 6, 7.
Wolf Sports Network.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? I can't see anything. It's like a snowstorm out here.
JT, I need your help.
What? Who goes there?
I'm the ghost of Out of Pocket Past.
Nah, bro. I don't mess with ghosts.
But I need a sports fan that has zero chill.
Well, now that you mentioned that, this is going to be Out of Pocket. Tune in to Season 6 of Sports Out of Pocket, Zero Chill. Wednesdays at 6 on Wolf Sports Network. Man, this beat brings back memories. Anyways, let me tell you all about this show on Wolf Sports Network. Get with the playbook. Get with the playbook. Get with the playbook. It's the playbook. Hear us talk about all college basketball, football, and baseball. Fridays at noon. The Playbook, only on Wolf Sports Network.
Because of Westwood's Apartments, Wolf Sports Network can continue the success and experiential learning that we need for our careers. Did you know that at Westwood's Apartments, all utilities are included in the rent?
Hey.
Flat rate pricing and costs are located at livewestwoods.com. That is livewestwoods.com. Wolf Radio and Wolf Sports Network are proud to boost literacy rates with our pre-K book drive. Our ongoing book drive will provide a new or gently used book for every child at UWG's pre-K monthly. Give today by visiting thewolfUWG.com/book-drive. Together, Wolf Radio and Wolf Sports Network will make a brighter future. That is thewolfUWG.com/book-drive.
In the NFL, only one thing matters. Chasing a dynasty.
See, we got high literacy rates over here. We don't need it. But there are other people that do. So donate at thewolfUWG.com/book-drive. Now, like I said, we went a little over on time for our past segment, so we're going to make this quick. The 9-3 Chicago Bears are currently sitting at first in the entire NFC. But they have a date, Sunday afternoon on the road in Green Bay, Wisconsin, against the 8-3 Packers. This matchup will go a long way as deciding who wins the NFC North and who secures that 1 seed in the NFC. Now, before we make our game picks for this one, I just got to ask. The Bears are sitting at 9-3, number 1 seed in the NFC, like I said. Do you all believe that the Bears are the best team in the NFC, though? Ooh. John, I'll let you start.
I mean, I think the Bears have gotten a lot of pieces together, and they've really come together as a team. You got a heck of a head coach in Ben Johnson. I love what he's done over there. To say that they're the best team in the NFC, I think there's a great case to argue. It's maybe a 1A, 1B scenario.
With them and who?
See, that was the one other thing I kind of forgot off the top of my head.
Look out west.
Look out west. You talking about all
Two teams out west,
the
actually.
way with LA?
L.A.
You got Seattle.
LA and Seattle.
You got the Rams.
The NFC West has 3 9-win football teams.
Oh, and the 49ers. You're right.
Yep.
So, Straighter, I'll kick it to you then while
It's
John
fine.
continues to
Yeah,
think.
let me-
no pressure, John.
Nah,
Straighter.
it's all good.
Who do you think is the best team in the NFC right now? if
I'm
not
gonna
the Bears?
go against the grain, right? Last week I would have said the LA Rams, but they had their little stumble against the Panthers. That is what it is. I really like this Seahawks team. They're half decent on offense, but you want one heck of a defense. There's just something about a Seattle Seahawks football team that has an elite defense.
They're elite.
That's what they have. Elite's the only word to describe it. I think the Seattle Seahawks right now are the best team in the NFC.
Really, I'm gonna go with the Rams as the best team. They rank top 10 in almost every statistical category, offensively and defensively. I think they have the players, the veteran QB. They have the savvy head coach in Sean McVay. Everything's clicking over there. I mean, the Bears, they're looking good right now, but I mean, I think it's just too soon for the Bears. I don't think it's this season, although things are looking bright for the future. I think they'll get it next year, but for right now, I think Matthew Stafford he's in win now mode. He's taking over the NFC right now. Like I said, they rank among top 10 in almost every statistical category. So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Seahawks got more points.
I find it very difficult to not pick the Rams in this spot. They were my preseason Super Bowl pick, so I look a little bit smarter because of that. Matthew Stafford.
Hey, you can read and you can predict.
Somebody
I'll
knows
tell
ball.
you, look, oh, man, I got a little time machine in my basement. But Matthew Stafford is playing at an MVP level. I forgive last weekend's game against the somebody just lifted up a chair in that room and threw me off. But
wow.
I forgive last weekend's loss against the Carolina Panthers. That's a very iffy Panthers team, and in the NFL, it's any given Sunday you play against other professionals.
Yep.
I love this Rams team. I still think they're probably the best team in the NFC, but there comes to a point where we have to start talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They are currently sitting at 6-5-1, and they have a monster game tonight at 8:15 on Prime Video on the road in the Motor City against the Detroit Lions. I genuinely believe that if the Dallas Cowboys win this game in Detroit, they will go on to make the playoffs and be in the thick of the NFC race with a solid chance of being a Super Bowl team. This Cowboys team is for real. We talked about Matthew Stafford playing at an MVP level. So is Dak Prescott.
Yep,
absolutely.
CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are looking like the best receiver duo in all of football. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are probably the best receiver duo in the entire
They are
NFL.
The bad
They are
news
the
Bears.
Williams is toting the rock at running back. And that defense, as bad as it has been the past few years, with the addition of Quinnen Williams, that defensive front has strengthened that entire defense and taken a whole lot of pressure off of that weak secondary. The Cowboys are serious, y'all. And, John, they could really make a big-time point. They could really make a big-time statement tonight against the Detroit Lions. So now before I make you make your game pick for that game, remind the people of our policy. Sports Pack and Wolf Sports Network are not liable for any financial losses that may occur due to using our picks outside of the show. These are just our opinions. Don't blame us. Blame the players. Straight to you.
All right, my man. Honestly, you would kind of look at this Cowboys team and you'd be surprised because if you looked on early in the season, yes, their offense was great, but their defense was terrible. But obviously the moves they've made have absolutely bolstered them on the defensive side of the ball. And really, I love this Lions team, but just with the amount of momentum the Cowboys have behind them, you have George Pickens, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have two other speedy wide receivers you can throw to on quick little routes. For once tonight, I am going against my Lions, and I am picking the Dallas Cowboys.
Just before y'all make y'all's picks, I just got a text. Amon-Ra St. Brown has been upgraded to active. He sprained his ankle in last week's game. Has not practiced all week. Has not practiced all week for the Rams. Not for the Rams, but for the Lions. But has just been promoted to active.
All right. For my pick for this, I'm agree with John. I'm going with the Cowboys. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They're playing very good as of recently. Like you said, George Pickens has been playing like a receiver one. He might end up winning. Well, not winning. He might end up being a top 3 receiver once the season's said and done. Dak Prescott has been playing at the MVP level. He's been top 3 in passing yards and touchdowns all season. That offense has really been clicking. at the start of the season, it was defense, but at the trade deadline, they made some moves, bring in Quentin Williams, bring in some more additions to the second level in the middle linebacker position. So, I mean, they've really been piecing everything together on a 3-game winning streak, kind of finding their groove again. I mean, this Lions team, they've been kind of up and down as of recently.
They've been sputtering.
Yeah, they have been sputtering. So, I mean, I like to see how the addition of Amon-Ra St. Brown back in the lineup will help their offense. I know Jamison Williams has kind of been stepping up to the plate, but I don't think him as a receiver one isn't just his thing just yet. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys with this one.
You know, I never pick the Cowboys because I hate the Cowboys, but I'm actually doing it this time not out of ignorance.
Look
I'm
at
doing
the
it
shift here
because I believe in the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are sputtering a little bit, but I don't see them losing a primetime game at Ford Field against a team like the Cowboys because Amon-Ra St. Brown's back. Lord knows Jahmyr Gibbs is playing out of his mind right now. And Jared Goff is quietly having almost, if not better, of a season as Dak Prescott is. He's got 25 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. He's playing like Jared Goff plays in Detroit. I think that Detroit gets it done, mainly because the Cowboys' secondary is still not great. And yes, the Cowboys have gotten a bunch of wins. I have 3 wins in a row. But if you look at them, aside from Vegas, they've been close games. They've come down to the wire. I think Detroit gets it done at home.
This is a very tough game for me to pick, Schrader. I'm just like you. I don't pick the Cowboys much either, but I'm going with them today, mainly because how banged up that Detroit Lions offensive line is. Then I look at this Dallas Cowboys defensive line. It has been surging recently. Like I said, since the addition of Quentin Williams and the tragedy they faced early this season, this Dallas Cowboys team has really responded. And when I've watched the Lions, the offense has still been potent. Jahmyr Gibbs is looking like one of the better running backs in all of football. Jared Goff is having a Jared Goff year. Jamison Williams has stepped up big for them in times. Amon-Ra St. Brown has been upgraded to healthy. He's playing this game. But all these games have still been super close. The defense has been very susceptible for high-powered offenses, even offenses that aren't that high-powered. Yeah. The New York Giants took them to overtime, 34-27. They really lost because of a bad call in the fourth quarter is what led to that Detroit Lions win. It's been a very tough season for them. The defense is very shaky, and they are facing a team that is red hot, the winners of 3 straight, and a very impressive victory on the road, at home versus Kansas City last Thursday on Thanksgiving. I'm going with the Cowboys. I really like what they have going on right here, and I really think they're going to be a Super Bowl contender going throughout the rest of this season because they are continuing to get better and better and better. Give me Dallas. That receiver room is ridiculous. Now, I normally wrap up the show right here, but as I led the show with, as you see on the title, today is John's last episode of Sports Back and his last official day as a member of the Wolf Sports Network family. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. You'll always be a part of the Wolf Sports Network family. This is your last day as a member of Wolf Sports Network. So, John, I want to pivot to you here and give you the opportunity to say anything you'd like to say before signing off for the last time.
It's been one hell of a run. I'm more than thankful for everything here. If you go to 2.5 years ago, being a Wit, sitting in that control room right over there, just having Jackson Vols turn and look at me and saying, what are you doing here? Other than the fact that he interested me in getting joined into this. And it's something I've fallen in love with ever since. It's a reality I didn't expect to end so shortly. For the people who do not know, I am going to Peak Sports Management here. I will still be here in Carrollton. You'll still see me around. But I am going to be with a company called Peak Sports Management that does our corporate partnership and ticket sales, and I'll be doing an internship with them there. But it's something I did not expect to come so quick. It's been hard. The reality's kind of set with me. I'm speechless sometimes about this place. It's been nothing but amazing. The amount of countless hours I've spent here, from ordering pizzas to watching championship games to yelling at one another just because we have an argument over the torpedo bats. Shout out Jason, gave me a call earlier. It's something that's just not sat with me yet. I don't want to leave. I love all y'all dearly, and y'all are family to me. But I am being taken to the farm after this. Taking
home state to the
bus is waiting.
You get to run through the grass all you want.
But the thing is, I tried thinking about this earlier before I came back. You know, I'm running home tonight real quick for an appointment tomorrow, and I really tried to think of something to say, but I've said what I've said. And
I appreciate that small detail.
You know me. I'm gonna be giving you every small detail, but I'm gonna forever miss this place. Of course, I'll still be around. You're gonna hear me call in. You're probably gonna hear me raise heck if whatever the heck Atlanta does. So this isn't goodbye for forever. You might see me one more time live, perhaps, but you never know. I just want to say thank you all, and it's over, man. It's done.
It's Jover.
It's son of a guy.
Jover.
It's Jover, man. Man.
Yeah, well, I guess it's my turn. John, you are legitimately my day one here.
Legit.
We went through the WIC class together. We sat in that control room for countless sports packs. We had our own podcast.
You
with
taught
the
me
late,
about
great
Florida
Jason
State being
Barker.
a program.
I did do that, and then Georgia showed us why we're not really one anymore. But the hours that we spent together. Do not clip that.
No, I'll clip it.
The time we spent together, the shows that we've done. Like, you have been, I don't know if you know this, but like, you've been on every single show that I've been on. I don't think we've really done
one,
a
but
show.
still, that's just one.
We've really done almost every show together. It's gonna be weird next semester and for the rest of my college career here. Without you, but I'm so proud of you for this internship, right? Because, you're the mayor. You're going to be doing great things.
That is my family nickname. Yes, that is true.
Everybody knows John. John knows everybody. I'm excited for what the Lord has in store for you, and I cannot wait to see you succeed. So thank you for being right by my side this whole time here. And good luck going out there and crushing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, John, I'm going to have to say, man, thank you for everything you've done for me, all the training you've done, all the feedback and input you gave me. It was fun working with you, man. I love you, bro. It was fun building a friendship and bond with you, bro.
Appreciate
Excited for you in your next chapter, bro. So I wish you the best of luck at your internship.
Thank you.
It's been fun.
I know.
It's been real.
Oh, no.
But, brother, you got to go.
I know.
It's just time. It's been an amazing experience, John. I was already at Wolf Sports Network for what? I think at 2 years, right around 2 years when you showed
year and
up.
a half, I'd say.
And it was a great experience before you now. But when
you're in a whole different building that side, yeah.
Until he's gone, too.
Yeah.
But when you showed up, you just changed something about the atmosphere here and made it very enjoyable and became more than a friend to me. You became a brother. And, it's been incredible to have you here, be on the show with you twice a week. It's been a great experience, like I said. I say it all the time. You can talk to a wall if it don't move out the way. But like, you just make it very enjoyable. So many great stories, great experiences, and like you said, I'm not even gonna start telling stories because we might get taken off air. But
yeah, we'll have to keep that one on the side for right now.
It's been a great experience, John, and you're not dying or anything. You're going off to go do better things, finish out your
degree.
Right,
you're Shader's dog at the farm.
We're still roommates and everything, but I just want you to know it's been a great experience, and I'm very thankful for what you've done with us here at Wolf Sports Network. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just thank you for all you've done with us, John. So I'll let you sign us off today. See everybody that was here, came into the studio to support John in his last on-air moment.
I get to sign off Sports Pack. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, end it when you're ready, but we only got 2 minutes left. So.
But, yeah, as our board op, I do have to be time conscious. And you know what? This isn't the end. We'll see y'all next semester, the same bat time, the same bat channel, and have one amazing holiday season. Other than that, see you then.